Hey, it's last week, week 18. Let's get after it. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is Craig Bennett, aka Cash Cake, back with another NFL Prize Picks video. Week 18. I got 3 plays for you. I got one that we got to jump on real quick because that line is going to get pulled off the board. So I jumped on here, get this video out for you guys. If you guys were in the Discord, I did post it already, so those guys can jump on it. That's another thing that's great to be in the Discord as we do jump on these plays as the news does hit, and we're gonna get a bunch of it here in week 18. Again, this video is brought to you by OddsChecker.com. Go check out their YouTube page. I will link it in the description below as well at the end of this video. They got a plethora of information out there, so go check them out. Tell them Cash Keg sent you. And with that, we'll just dive right into this. Honestly, if you do not have a PrizePicks account, make sure you use that promo code CashK to get yourself 100% instant deposit match up to $100. And if you like these videos, hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel. It means a lot, and we'll just try to knock out these videos. Got some NBA action as well today, but we're going to knock out some NFL this morning. So with that, let's get after it. All right, first play on the board. This play is probably going to get taken down here real soon. Is J.K. Dobbins was just ruled out, according to Scheffner. So this Gus Edwards play is probably gonna move really quick. You're definitely gonna want to take the over on him with J.K. Dobbins out. He's gonna get a lot of run. This 36.5 is just way too low, and it's something that we're definitely gonna want to jump on. So that's the first one. I'm just going to throw this out there. That's my favorite play. I don't know how long it's going to be up there, but I would definitely jump on that one quick. And then two of them, the last two we're going to talk about real shortly here, actually correlate really well with one another. First one is Joe Flacco. Going to start today. Going to, if we've seen what he's done, the 3 starts he's done this year, Joe Flacco can still sling the rock, and he's got weapons around him. The 3 starts he had this year, 309, 307, and 285. So absolutely crushed this. We get a Miami's defense who allows 240 yards a game passing. So it's not a very good passing defense at all. This line, I don't understand it really. This line should be closer to 250, 245, around that mark. So this is super low. I really like this play for Joe Flacco, 220.5. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense for me. He can still sling the rock around, so I'm not worried about that. And again, if we kind of look at Miami's defense, they're ranked 25th in DVOA against the pass, and it just, like I said, giving up over 240 yards a game, which is ranked 5th in the NFL, 68% in completion percentage allowed. So definitely a spot where Joe can sling that rock and get to these guys pretty early and often. So I do like this one. And then to correlate with them, I think you could do a lot of these, honestly. If we just look at if we just pull up the Jets in general, right? If we just pull up their receiving core and just kind of look at them, I think there's a lot of plays you can kind of correlate with Joe Flacco here. And I think you can play some of them together. I think you can maybe move some of them, in separate slips with these guys. But my favorite one is probably looking at taking Garrett Wilson over 55.5 reception yards. I do like this play. Like I said, everything matches similar with, with the DVOA, with the pass yards allowed and all that stuff. Now, he played Miami once this year. That was earlier in the season when he wasn't really clicking too well with only 27 yards, but he's averaged 78 yards over his last 5 games, 72 over his last 10. Struggled over the last 2 games with just 30 and 18. But before that, I mean, again, I think Joe Flacco is an upgrade and comes to accuracy and get him the ball. Before that, he went over it in 6 of 7 games, 115, 92, just 12 against New England, then 95, 162, 78, and 98. I think this is a good spot to jump on him. I don't mind even looking at some of these other guys. If you guys want to look at Conklin a little bit, I don't mind Conklin at 26.5, honestly. He's had 3 of the last 4 games. He's cleared this as well. 28-7, 34 and 80. And I don't mind a spot like this. I think Joe's gonna sling the rock pretty good here. against Miami. So I don't mind if you want to look at Conklin 26.5. It just feels a little bit low. I know Joe likes to push the ball down the field a little bit. So I do like taking Garrett Wilson more. But I don't mind Conklin as well. I think those are probably two of my favorite. If you're looking at two receivers to take to kind of pair with him, I would take the tight end and Conklin and Garrett Wilson at more than 55.5 receiving yards. And I think they're low enough where you could even pair them together if you truly wanted to. I might not do it on a bunch of slips. Maybe if I was just making, if I was going to make one or two, I probably wouldn't do it together. But if you're making a bunch of slips and you want to put them together, I can understand that. So that would be one thing. And one thing you got to understand today, week 18, there's a ton of, weird stuff that's going to happen. Don't play heavy on this week. A ton of weird things are going to happen. Some teams don't have a lot to play for. Some have incentives to play for. If we kind of look at some of the incentives that we can kind of see some of these guys playing for that maybe can benefit. If we look at Justin Jefferson, there's no way he's going to hit 194 receiving yards to get the record. I don't see that happening. I do see them beating the crap out of the Bears, though. We got Nathan Peterson, quarterback in the Bears today. I don't even mind if you want to look at the 2.5 sacks, to be honest with you, with what the Bears are going to throw out there. Another one that I don't think is out on this board, but if you want to get it on the books, Gerald Everett needs 5 receptions for $250,000. So if you want to look at any kind of reception prop for Everett, I don't mind looking at that. Maybe they'll get him the ball a little bit more. Carter on the same team needs 2 receptions and 55 reception yards for $100K each. So you can look at him. We saw it last night. Kirk got his 2 receptions and over 91 yards for $500,000 each. So he got $1 million. So there's a lot of things like that kind of to look at. There's not a ton today. Higbee needs 13 reception yards. I'm sure he'll get that today, but nothing that I think it's to do anything with being able to play a line or anything with that low. One's interesting is Raymond, but he's not up here either on the Lions. He needs 7 catches and 50 yards to get his bonuses. I don't know if we'll get the 7 catches, but 50 reception yards for Khalif Raymond for the Lions, he gets $250,000. So I know it's not up here on Prizepicks, but if it's something that if you can jump on a line out there, I don't mind that at all. That's what I would kind of lean at. But this is what I'm kind of looking at, just down and dirty. I just like this Jets passing offense with Joe in there. And these are the guys I would look at. And again, I would get on Gus the bus here because, with that J.K. Dobbins, I looked at Underdog and he's not out there. But they're going to rest him and he's going to be out. And that just came out, like I said, 20, 30 minutes ago. I don't know why it's still up here. But again, I would jump on this one really quick with J.K. Dobbins out. This one should move. So with that, again, appreciate each and every one of you guys. And if you do not have an account, use that promo code CashCake and get 100% as deposit match up to $100. Link is in the description below. Again, check out those guys at OddsChecker.com. Go check out their YouTube page. And with that, like always, I'll see you guys on the flip side. Deuces.